Good morning, GoTots, and welcome to my living room. I hope you've all been having a fun week and finding lots of things to do. I know I've been enjoying having the warm weather. I wanted to start off by saying thank you so much to everyone who sent in a lovely photo, video, or message over the last few weeks. It puts a huge smile on my face knowing you guys have been enjoying our videos. In this series, we've been learning about heroes of faith. We've heard about David, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, Daniel, and Noah. They were all people who trusted God and put their faith in Him, and because of that, amazing things happened. But do you know what else they all have in common? They're all boys. You know, the Bible is filled with girls who are heroes of faith too. Jesus makes it very clear it doesn't matter if you're young or old, boy or girl, or rich or poor. If you believe in Him and trust in Him, you can all be heroes of faith. You might be wondering, how can I be a hero of faith? Well, all you have to do is ask God, and He will show you who to pray for and what to do. And then you just need to listen and obey. Today we're going to learn about a hero of faith who trusted God and saved all of her people. This is the story of Esther. Now it had come to be that the king of the land no longer had a wife, and he desired to have a queen by his side. So he called for all the young women in his land to come to his palace so he could choose who would be his queen. In his land there lived a Jew named Mordecai. He had raised his cousin Esther as his daughter since her parents had passed away. When it was her turn to go to the palace, Mordecai told her to be brave, but not to tell anyone who her people are. When she was in the palace, the king's men who were told to look after the women liked Esther and made sure she was well taken care of. When the king met Esther, he knew she was the one to be queen, so set a crown on her head and announced a holiday to celebrate. During this time, Mordecai, Esther's uncle, stayed close to the gates of the palace, for he loved her and wanted to know she was safe. While he was by the gates, he overheard a plot by two of the king's officers to hurt the king. Mordecai rushed and told the queen so she could tell the king. The king was saved. Now the king had a highly trusted noble named Haman, and he did not like Mordecai, as Mordecai would not bow down to him. Haman was so angry with Mordecai, he wanted to get rid of all of the Jews. So Haman tricked the king, telling him of a people in his land who did not respect the king, and he convinced the king to order they be killed by the end of the year. When Mordecai heard of the order, he hurried to Queen Esther and told her the sad news. Esther and Mordecai knew that the only hope they had was for Esther to go before the king and plead on her people's behalf. The only problem was it was illegal to go before the king if he had not asked for you, and the punishment was death. Esther told Mordecai to gather all of God's people and fast and pray for 3 days for God's protection, and then she would go before the king. Mordecai did what she asked. On the 3rd day, Esther put on her royal robes and went before the king. When he saw her, the king was pleased and chose not to get rid of her. Queen Esther asked if the king would have dinner with her and bring his nobleman Haman. The king agreed. The king and Haman had dinner with Esther twice, and on the 2nd time, Esther asked the king to spare her people and told the king that she, Mordecai, the one who saved the king, and all of their people had been sentenced to death. Who would do such a thing? The king demanded. Haman has ordered this to be done in your name. The king was furious and ordered Haman be taken away. The king honored both Esther and Mordecai and set a decree protecting all of God's people in his land, so there was so much feasting and celebrating. You see, GoTots, Esther was brave. She risked her life to save all of God's people. If that's not a hero of faith, then I don't know what is. Since we've been learning about Esther today, and she was a queen, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to make some crowns. So all you're going to need is some paper or card. Make sure it's thick, and you'll probably need a couple pieces, because I don't know about you, but my head is a little bit bigger than just one piece. And then you're going to need something to attach the 2 pieces together. So you can use a stapler if you got it, or some tape. We've got blue tape in our house, so we'll be using that. and you're going to need some scissors to cut out your crown shape, a pencil or a pen to draw your crown shape, and then you're going to need whatever you can find to decorate it. So you could use tin foil to make it a silver crown and just wrap the whole thing in that. You can get lots of different coloured paper and pens to draw gems that you can put on it, or if you've got fake gems, you can get those and stick them on. You could use stars, sequins, and if your parents would let you, you could even use glitter. I've got some thread with snowflakes I can cut out and stick on it. I've got some fun coloured pens, and I've even got some gold thread. So this is a fun craft because you can literally use whatever you've got in your house to decorate it. So the first thing you are going to need to do is attach the two pieces of paper together. So I'm going to do that with my blue tape. Okay. And once you've got this two pieces of paper stuck together, you're going to measure it around your head. So you might want your parents to help you with this one. So wrap it round. And work out what size you need to cut it to. Now I think that I'm probably fine with these two pieces staying the way that they are. But if your head's a bit smaller than mine, at this point you can trim off the extra so that you know that all the paper you've got left you can decorate. So next up, it's time to draw your crown shape. So you can either make this a cute little tiara, or you can make it a really big crown, whatever you want. So what am I going to do? Make sure that you leave enough space on the bottom so you've got a sturdy base, because if you make it too small at the bottom, you're going to find that it's just going to be difficult to keep on. Alright, and once you've done drawing your crown shape, you're either going to need children's scissors or an adult to help you. It's time to cut out the crown. And now you should have a fun crown. Now it's time for the best part, decorating. I'm going to get some tin foil and cut it as long as my crown. And now you can draw on the tin foil so you know where to cut it or rip it. But you want to make sure that the shape on the tin foil is a little bit bigger than your crown, so you've got some room to wrap it round. So, once you cut it out, it might be a bit big and a bit messy, but that's okay because we'll sort it out later. So now you're just going to cover your whole paper crown in glue. Okay, and once it's all covered in glue, lift it up and stick it on. Shouldn't stop because. Okay, once you've got it all pressed in, now I'm going to put a little bit of glue around the edge to help it stick when you fold it over. Alright, and as you're folding, you'll probably need to cut to make sure that the foil has a slit going to the centre before the points. So that you can easily then make this side fold this way and make the other side fold the other way. And once you've gone all the way around and folded in the corners, it should look something like this, or maybe even a little bit better. Now, because we've glued it, I'm not going to put it next to my head right now, so you'll have to finish checking the size once the glue has all dried. And now it's time to decorate. So I'm going to colour in some bits on this piece of paper. So I've got some jewel colours because I don't have any jewel coloured paper at home. I'm gonna do a big blob of blue. I've got some gold. We could also have some green jewels. All right, and you can cut out some shapes to stick on. So I'm going to do some diamond shapes. Okay, when you are happy with it and you're done decorating, leave it to dry and then it's time to tape it together. So work out how long you need your tape, or you could staple it together, that'd probably be a bit easier. And stick it together. And ta-da! You have your crown. Mine's not quite dry, so I'm not going to put it on my hair yet. Awesome. I hope you guys have had a lot of fun learning about Esther and doing your crafts with us today. As always, if your parents give you permission, you can always take a video or a picture or just send us a little message and send it to the email address that's coming on the bottom of the screen now. We really miss you at GoTots and we can't wait till we get to see you again. But until next week, bye!